और अनुभव का विसर्जन समाज के नवनिर्माण में करना चाहते हैं। अपना योगदान भी हम देना चाहते हैं और छोटे छोटे प्रोजेक्ट बनाने में सहयोग भी करेंगे और मिल करके फिंगर टू फिस्ट, उंगलियों की मुट्ठी बना करके हम आपके साथ काम करने के लिए तैयार हैं। समय आ चुका है, ये समय बिल्कुल पका हुआ है। पूरी दुनिया भारत की ओर नजर लगाए देख रही है। मैं चाहूंगा कि हम लोग इस दिशा में थोड़ा विचार करें। जितने भी यूथ हमारी बात को सुन रहे हैं वो चिंतन करें और इस दिशा में एक नया रास्ता कैसे निकले, एक होप मॉडल कैसे क्रिएट हो, उस दिशा में आप हम सब लोग विचार करें। मुझे इतना ही कहना है। आपने अवसर दिया, इसके लिए मैं आदरणीय कमल टावरी जी और साइंस कॉलेज के प्रिंसिपल साहब और सबको अपनी ओर से धन्यवाद देता हूं। जय हिंद, जय भारत, जय छत्तीसगढ़।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद गांधी जी। ये मैं शिंदे जी को ये माइक दे रहा हूं। तो अभी आपने आचार्य निरंजन जी पंचगव्य विद्यापीठ का, वहां से चेन्नई से, केन्या से भेड़ा जी का और गांधी जी का और मेरा जर्मनी से विचार सुना। हम चाहेंगे एक्शन 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 का प्लान करें और लर्न एंड अर्न से आगे बढ़े। तो बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं और आशा करते हैं कि इसका जो रिपोर्ट निकलेगा वो सारा एक्शन की बात करेगा और युवाओं में नया जोश और उमंग लाएगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद शिंदे जी, इसको आप आगे बढ़ाइए। थैंक यू वेरी मच। सबको प्रणाम, नमस्ते, शुभकामनाएं।
थैंक यू वेरी मच प्रदीप गांधी सर, नीलेश वर्मा सर, प्रकाश हेड़ा सर। हमारे साथ अभी डागड़िया सर है, कार्यकारिणी के सदस्य सीए। कमलना जी आप बहुत अच्छी तरह पहचान दे उनको, उन्होंने आपको कमेंट कर रहे हैं।
सम्माननीय कमल जी टावरी सर, सम्माननीय प्रकाश जी हेड़ा, सम्माननीय निरंजन जी वर्मा, सम्माननीय प्रदीप जी गांधी, आप तीनों वक्ताओं के ग्लोबल रिवॉल्यूशन के बारे में अभी विचार सुने। वी आर वेरी मच थैंकफुल टू प्रकाश जी हेड़ा। He has reminded us regarding our spiritual aspect, that is a Gurudwara situated in Nanded Punyanagari. Likewise also he has informed us regarding Kumbh Mela and Mandir in Abu Dhabi. Sir, for global revolution, we people are we should be very cautious. Global changes are there and for that changes we should be ready. आदरणीय निरंजन जी वर्मा सर, आपने भी गौ माता का जो महत्व बताया हम सभी को। आज काऊ और गौ माता, इसमें आपने हमको डिफरेंस बताया। काऊ इज एन एनिमल वेयर एज गौ माता इट इज वेरी यूजफुल फॉर वी पीपल। आपने गौ माता के गव्य से जो चीजें होती है और जिसका साइंटिफिक रीजन भी आपने बताया। सच में गौमूत्र, गौवे और गौ माता से जो जो चीजें हमको प्राप्त होती है उसका ग्लोबल रिवॉल्यूशन में या इस धरती के उत्थान में कितना महत्व होता है, इसके बारे में आपने हमको जानकारी दी। आपने बताया कि जो चेंजेस हो रहे हैं, वायु प्रदूषण के बारे में तो हम सभी लोग बात कर रहे हैं, परंतु आकाश का प्रदूषण, अग्नि का प्रदूषण, फायर प्रदूषण, इसके बारे में कोई बात नहीं करता। जबकि मानवीय जीवन में यह सभी हम लोगों पर इसका इम्पैक्ट होता है। आदरणीय वर्मा जी सर, आपकी जो डीप स्टडी है इसके बारे में, आपने सबको आह्वान किया है कि जितनी गायें इस संसार पर ज्यादा प्रमाण में होगी उतना ही मनुष्य का स्वास्थ्य अच्छा होगा, यह बात हमने बताई। अंत में श्री प्रदीप जी गांधी, आपने भी अच्छा मार्गदर्शन हमको किया और कुछ सुझाव आपने दिए हैं। वो सुझाव हम सभी के लिए अनुकरणीय हैं और आपने सब युवाओं को, इस साइंस विज्ञान के क्षेत्र में कार्य करने वाले सभी विद्यार्थियों को आपके साथ आने के लिए आह्वान किया और इस धरती माँ का, भारत माँ का हम किस प्रकार से इसकी सेवा कर सके ताकि इस भारत का विकास हो और पूरे संसार में भारत सभी के लिए आदर्श बने, इसके बारे में आपने जानकारी दी। डॉक्टर कमल जी टावरी, इनकी अभी 6 माह पूर्व हमारी नांदेड़ में मुलाकात हुई। आप रिटायर्ड आईएएस एक्स सेक्रेटरी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया है। सच में आपकी जो तन्मयता है इस क्षेत्र में कार्य करने की, हम बड़े प्रसन्न हुए आपके विचार सुनकर। तीनों ही वक्ताओं को मैं साइंस कॉलेज नांदेड़ एजुकेशन सोसाइटी की ओर से बहुत बहुत साधुवाद व्यक्त करता हूं, उन्हें धन्यवाद देता हूं। और इसी प्रकार भविष्य में भी हमें आपका मार्गदर्शन मिले और आपके इस विचारों से निश्चित ही हमारे विद्यार्थी प्रेरणा लेंगे और प्रेरणा लेकर इस दिशा में कार्य करेंगे, ऐसा मैं आशावाद व्यक्त करता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू डागलिया सर। अभी पेपर प्रेजेंटेशन चालू होने वाला है। जिसका भी पेपर प्रेजेंटेशन में नंबर है वो आप आगे आके पेन ड्राइव दे दो। होम साइंस, ह्यूमैनिटी, पवार मैडम आप स्टार्ट करो। सायली पवार,
चलो नेक्स्ट इनके बाद में कोण आहे त्याच्यानंतर कोण आहेत? सायली पवारच्या नंतर थोडं बी रेडी अबाउट द पीपीटी पॉवर पॉइंट प्रेझेंटेशन. ह्युमॅनिटीचे चेअरमॅन डॉक्टर कोंपोलवार सर आहेत इथं. हो हो. नाही शाळेत
चंद्रशेखर राठौर आप तैयार रहिए। दिल्ली 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 आपका पेन ड्राइव दीजिए सर। ये सगळे इथं. ह्युमॅनिटीचे चेअरमन डॉक्टर बालाजी कोंपोलवार सर आहेत. लाईफ सायन्सचे चेअरमन डॉक्टर किरण शिलेवार सर. केमिस्ट्रीचे ए.टी. शिंदे सर आलेत का? हां. फिजिक्स
गाडगे सर. गाडगे सर. गाडगे सर.
डॉक्टर विजय किरण नरवाडे हे सर्व सेशन कोऑर्डिनेट करतील.
हां गणेश
मॅक्झिमम 4 घेत.
हां पुढचे उद्या मॉर्निंग
मॅक्झिमम 5 हां नाही 5 पेपर आज होतील. सकाळी मॉर्निंगला मॉर्निंगला पोस्टर प्रेझेंटेशन आणि पेपर प्रेझेंटेशन दोन्ही सकाळी 8:30ला सुरू होईल.
Hello. Due to the time bound, today we will take only 5 to 7 PPT. Then next session in the morning, tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. in the same hall. गणेश किती वेळ लागेल? गणेश घाटोळ.
याच्यात लिस्ट आहे.
नाही, पहिले आपल्याला 5 घ्यायचे, फक्त 5.
हॅलो हॅलो
आता काय करायचं
हॅलो Hello. Good afternoon to all of you. Myself Chandrasekhar Rathore. I am pursuing my research PhD under Dr. L.P. Sindhe. Basically that I have started it few years before and now is almost concluded. So sir says that we are having a conference here, so I said okay, may I come and present my works there. Basically, this is actually, this work has been started because of that halon. You must be knowing that it is having the higher ozone depletion potential. And basically what happened that internationally it has been banned because of that higher ozone depletion potential and causing that health effects. So the army tanks where we have been using that halon as a major fire extinguishant. So then all of a sudden that this things comes that how that all those tanks will run if there is no alternatives to be there, and suppose internationally it has been banned, all of a sudden. So that I started this works to give an alternative to the existing system with the combat vehicles, and then whatever the near equivalent we could find it out, that I'm going to present, sir. It's not working. The scope of presentation is going to be here on introduction, synopsis, methodology of experiments, observation, results, and conclusion. This is the basically T-90 tanks which is being used right now at Indian Army, apart from the T-72, where the inside the compartment, basically all those emanations that is being there, and the small flame of fire which will destroy the whole tank. And the gas being used was a halon, so that has been banned, but being a developing nation, India has been allowed to use up to 2010. So as I said to you that it is being used with the IFDSS system, that is Integrated Fire Detection and Suppression System, and measure the agent is the halon, which is having high ozone depletion potential. Internationally, it has been the manufacturing, the production of halon has been stopped world over in 1994, but we have been allowed to use up to 2010. It is, as already explained, that it is a halon elimination effort and developing a replacement, or we can say alternatives to it. So with the IFDSS system, if you can give some alternate chemicals which can equally capable of extinguishing a fire in that tanks. This is the basically system which is fitted in the tank. It's IFDSS, the 4-cylinder which is consisting of halons, and there are the coil which is being shown here at the right side, that is the IR detector. So which is having the capacity to detect the fire within the milliseconds. So 30 milliseconds it will take a detection time. So it's very fast and detect it and act the squeeve, and then squeeve is to puncture the cylinder and throw out the gas on the fire so that it should extinguish the fire within the 120 milliseconds. If it is beyond the 120 milliseconds, then it may cause a burn to the crew member sitting inside of the tank. This is basically the fire wire, nichrome wire is being used in the tank engines. And since it is, the tank is while running, it is having high heat. So detecting the temperature due to the fire, and then it will pass on the signal through the squeeve, and again it will puncture that cylinder and flush the gas on that. The whole, basically the concept of working is that whatever the chemicals which are available on the literature, which is having a fire extinguishing property, that is to be analyzed with the point that it should have a less ozone depletion potential and the less global warming potential compared to the halons. So that was the basic concept which I have started with, and done that extensive review of the published papers along with the various chemicals which is having the fire extinguishing property. By that, it has been observed that the chemicals which is having bromine and chlorine, they are basically leading to the ozone depletion because of the formation of bromine radical, and that it has been taken care of during that the whole review, so that the chemicals which are not having the chlorine and bromine, they should be taken into consideration for the as a fire extinguishant. Also, the one point which has been taken care of, there is a technical feasibility with that existing system of IFDSS, so that the gas which we are finalizing, that should be having not only the fire extinguishing capability, but also to have the feasibility of that to act along with the IFDSS. This, what I told you, the basic structure of halon, where the bromine atom is there, which is being released and reacting with the ozone, forming a bromine oxide and forming a chain reaction, so causing a continuous deterioration of the ozone layer. Here that basically the hydrofluorocarbons, that it has been experimented in terms that it is not containing any bromine and chlorine atom, rather it is having the fluorine. So that we found it is useful, and also having that adequate fire extinguishing property.
Sir, please conclude, sir, due to the time bound. Huh? Okay,
Sir,
sir. Thank you.
Sir, one minute, sir. By this activity, that finally, that 5-6 different agent has been tested, and the comparative chart, as per that, the most comparable one is Fe36. This is the structure of Fe36, where all the fluorine atoms are there, and when it has been experimented vis-a-vis halon, then we found it against 130 milliseconds, it gives 96 milliseconds the fire extinction property on that tank compartment, and halon was having the 72, so we found it is basically that adequate to consider it as a replacement agent, and accordingly it has been taken as one of the alternative to replace the halon in the tanks in case of the emergency requirement. Thank you, sir.
Next participant. Online. Yes. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Online. Next participant on the online. I request to Dr. Ganesh Ghator. संतोष जगदाळे. ऑनलाइन संतोष जगदाळे ऑनलाइन है. मिस्टर संतोष जगदाळे, शेयर योर स्लाइड. Right.
Shall I start?
Yes. You can start.
Okay.
So lignin is most abundant biopolymer after cellulose. It's a low grade fuel for boilers right now. It's a byproduct of paper industry and commercially available as a low cost natural resource, and it has a potential being utilized as a basic raw material for a rubber industry. So rubber industry is having a heavy pollution. Accelerators, rubber fumes can generate a carcinogenic nitrosamines, and nitrosamines are the precursors for the diseases like cancer. So solution is to go for eco-friendly solutions. So generally main composition of rubber products is basic polymer, then different types of fillers, then different types of plasticizers, and then accelerators. So lignin has ability to work as a multi-effective rubber compounding ingredient like filler, antioxidant, plasticizer, and accelerator. So I'm here showing a role of lignin as an accelerator. So used lignin is having these functional groups, having a phenolic groups, which is playing a role of antioxidants. Then it is having sulfonic groups, which is playing a role of accelerators. Also, same images show that there is presence of sulfur. Sulfur is used in the rubber industry to bond the carbon-carbon chain so that rubber product became a cross-linked. So I have used here in standard formulation conventional accelerators CBS TMTD, and in another three formulations CTLI 5, 10 and 15 I have replaced some part. I have added extra this lignin and studied the effect of that lignin on the curing properties. So it is observed that addition of lignin, there is reduction in the curing time as well as maximum torque and minimum torque of the rubber compound. So reduction in curing time means productivity of the rubber product manufacturing will go on increasing, and this is due to the accelerating nature of the lignin. So as far as mechanical properties of the rubber compound are concerned, like stress, strain, modulus, so these are also comparable one compared to standard compound, like tensile strength, elongation at break, hardness of the material. These are almost comparable to the standard compound. Now we have what we have done in next experiments. We have replaced this CBS and TMTD, which are hazardous to the health, by some quantity of lignin. So in first is standard, then Na1, 2, 3. Here we have replaced 25%, 50% and 75% conventional hazardous accelerators by a lignin. And it shows again a reduction in mH/ml. Then curing time is, there is drop in curing time. So it means productivity will go on increasing. As well as mechanical properties are concerned, these are also almost comparable one compared to the standard rubber. Same is the case with strength and hardness of the rubber compound. So conclusion is that lignin can replace conventional accelerator up to 75%. Replacement does not affect on most of the properties. Also it reduces the curing time and reduction. So the also reduction in compound viscosity is observed. So it will help to flow the rubber compound in different parts of the mold. Also it is a low cost material, and due to reduction in curing time, productivity will also goes on increasing. So use of lignin can reduce the pollution in the rubber industry. And these are the references. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Next, Saili Pawar.
Hello. Okay, sir. Okay. Okay. Shall I log out, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
ప్రాణవే జగతానాపో భూతాని భువతాని చ బహుమాత్ర కిమ్మెక్తుని చరాచరమంది చన విచ్ మీన్స్ వాటర్ is the soul of the world in which all creatures entire variable and non-variables are only based on water. I feel very fortunate to contribute little in the water sector. Good afternoon everyone. My name is Saili Pawar and my research topic is aquifer reaction to the different environmental stresses scenarios for sustainable development. Sir, next fourth sir. So we all know that India is the most populous country in this world. It will predict that India will lead China in the year of 2025. But China has 7 times more geographical area than India. India is almost based on agriculture economy. Around 80 to 90% of the people in India are based on groundwater, in which 50% water is totally used for irrigation. In India, water demand is at peak because of increasing in population, agricultural and industrialization. Because of this, rapid growth of groundwater is going throughout the country. In India, as a result, aquifers are getting dry very fast and drought-like condition is occurring in throughout the India. Withdrawal of groundwater is irregular and imbalanced throughout the country. So, groundwater situation of Maharashtra is becoming very bad day by day. In that, Nanded district was facing the drought condition up to the year of 2020 for the last successive 4 years. For drinking and irrigation, most people were depending upon groundwater. In that, Vishnupuri Dam touches its lowest limit in the year of 2016 and 17. To recover these losses, water from Siddeshwari Dam and Yeldari Dam was taken care. To solve this problem, groundwater resource is a good scope. For quantification of groundwater resource, proper understanding of the aquifer behavior and characteristics of water-bearing strata is essential. For sustainable management, groundwater modeling and simulation are the most effective tools. Thus, the groundwater flow model of micro watershed, namely 4EB3K4, which is located at Kandhar Taluka, Nanded district of Maharashtra, is chosen. And I have developed the model for after assessment of investigation of the study area by Visual Mod Flow 3.1. So this is my study area. First is the map of Maharashtra. In that, second is Nanded district, Kandhar Taluka, and this last one is my study area, which is located in Kandhar Taluka. The area of my study area is 19.70 kilometer square. Population is 31,957. It is found that there is no canal or surface irrigation facilities in the area. So people from this area almost depend upon groundwater. The jawar, sugarcane and cotton are the main crops which are grown in this study area. So this is the groundwater modeling. So I have chosen 69 rows and 32 columns. This is a screenshot from the ModFlow software. In that, active cells are 1106 and 1102 are inactive cells. There are 2 soil layers present in my study area. Maximum Z value is 441.5 and minimum is 187.5. I have surveyed total 83 number of wells. So these are some aquifer properties which I collected from GSDA department and put it in software. So the first is the constant head values. I have found 4 constant heads in my study area, and these 2 are the recharge zones. So along with 83 wells, 14 are the observation wells and 69 are the pumping wells. In this, 5 wells are surveyed by GSDA department. After keeping all the data, I have run my model for 2 states. One is steady state and second is transient state. So this is the values for day 120, 240, 365, 485, 605 and 730. For these days, I have run my model. And these are some cases scenarios which I have selected. These cases scenarios are studied by increasing and decreasing the pumping rate plus or minus 20%, because this is the maximum So these cases are generally occurred in the study area as per the past rainfall record. It may vary plus or minus 20%. Hence these scenarios are considered. Sorry, मागे जात नाही. So these are my result. When my current field condition, when I put my model, that time 0.018 square kilometer area was dry. When I increase my pumping, as you see case number 1, I have found that more area was getting dry. When I increase my pumping to 10% and 20%, area was getting more dry. So my conclusions are calculated head and simulated heads are very close in agreement. The flow pattern for micro watersheds are found from south to north and north to center. The obtained results are matching with site conditions. The north and center part of micro watershed is drying with the current pumping rate. It is found that more area will dry if the pumping is increased. The groundwater potential are found more in the south side of the watersheds. It can be betterly utilized. The construction well should be restricted in other watershed area. Results are clearly showing that increasing pumping rate will make the more area dry. So it should be reduced and control more damage. If I reduce pumping by 20%, still the area is becoming dry. So it should not increase, otherwise ground level will become more lower. And the output model could be more utilized for further modeling study of micro watersheds. Thank you.
Chairperson of Home Science, Vandana Gore ma'am, Vandana Lone ma'am, and Yogini Gore ma'am. Home Science Chairperson. Home Science, कोणी आहेत का Home Science? Those who are belonging from the Home Science. I request to Lone ma'am and Gore ma'am, थोडं पुढे यायचं इथं, समोर यायचं इथं.
Shall I start, sir? Good evening to everyone and respected dignitaries and chairman and my dear friends, seniors and colleagues. My name is Kavita C. I am a PhD research scholar, Department of Food Microbiology and Safety, College of Food Technology, VNMTV, Parbani. Today I am going to talk on nutritional and nutraceutical attributes of barnyard millet, that is germinated barnyard millet for food and nutrition security. Okay. Nice, sir. Okay.
Ma'am, थोड़ा पीछे आ जाओ, थोड़ा पीछे आ जाओ. Okay, right.
Actually, we know that there is a global challenge in the food and nutritional security. Food security means to access the food for everyone all the time, but simultaneously achieving the nutritional security is challenging because we are lacking in having the nutritious food. In that scenario, and global level, 2023 has declared as the International Year of Millets because millets are regarded as the nutria cereals because it has a higher phytochemicals, vitamins and nutrients. In that I have chosen a barnyard millet. This is a picture of the barnyard millet. This is called here as bagar and they are eating in the fasting time, and this millet has the multiple benefit in the crop wise as well as the consumption in the pattern of grain. That is, it has a climate resilient, low agriculture inputs are using for the production of the crop, and the varieties which have developed in the Indian Institute of Millet Research and all state agriculture universities have early maturing. That means only 90 days for the crop, that is 3 months, and it is a drought, salinity, stress tolerant and hardy crop. No need to have much of water requirement. Apart from this, these grains are regarded as nutritive and nutraceutical rich. So the nutraceutical attributes, nutraceuticals is nothing but the nutrition and pharmaceutical benefits. The food in the form of feed, tablet or a concentrate, when you consume it acts as a prevention as well as treatment of the disease. So that's why these are called as a nutraceuticals. Under that, the grain has the nutraceutical components, that is a high protein content, 10 to 14%, high dietary fiber, around 8 to 12%, higher antioxidant as well as phenolic content, rich in essential minerals like iron, zinc, calcium, and also the one study by Sharma et al. 2014 has reported the germinated barnyard millet has the GABA content, that is a gamma bitro amino acid acidic content, and it is 5 times more when you compare to the raw grain to germinated grain. So when I look into the picture of the grain nutraceutical contents, and I have decided to conduct a study on the objective wise, that is to study the impact of germination on nutritional and nutraceutical content of barnyard millet, and to develop the ready-to-cook barnyard millet-based mix and its quality, that is a nutritional quality evaluation. Because that is a traditional process we use to process the grain is one, the important is the germination process. In that sake, I have taken germination as the treatment. So this is my material and method study. Procurement of the barnyard whole millet grains, that is a DHBM 93-3, it is a reading variety, and in southern part of the India they are growing this variety, and northern part they are growing PRJ variety. So this grain, after cleaning, I soaked for 8 to 12 hours and then washed and kept for germination in a germinator. The condition which has optimized 30 degrees Celsius for 32 hours, 80 to 90% RH, we got a maximum good germination percentage, and followed by steam for 10 minutes and dried at 45 degrees Celsius for 10 to 12 hours and dehulled in a rubber roll sheller. And finally, the dehulled grains used for the analysis of nutraceutical and nutritional evaluation. And after that, we developed the product. These are the grains which have processed native grains and the germinated grains, followed by steamed and dehulled grains. The resultant discussion part, the nutritional components of these germinated and non-germinated. The native grain reported a higher protein content, whereas germinated barnyard millet has reported a less, not is a significant level, just 0.8 gram of less protein content. And also we found the dietary fiber content has reduced 9 to 8.04. And we have found that higher energy in the germinated grains and also higher carbohydrate content. We know that germination process, there is a lot of biochemical reaction takes place, enzymatic synthesis, amino acid, all these changes which result in the total decrease in the protein content, but the availability of the protein is enhanced. And we have evaluated the nutraceutical components such as phenol content and DPPH content, DPPH and dietary fiber. DPPH indicate the total antioxidant capacity, which has found higher in the germinated grains, whereas the native grain has less DPP, that is total antioxidant capacity. Similarly, phenol content has increased in the germinated grain, but dietary fiber content has reduced. It shows that the nutraceutical content has enhanced during germination, and germinated grains are nutritious than the normal native grains. Similarly, we have evaluated the mineral content, and mineral content also reported increase in the mineral content. Especially, I have gone through these 3 minerals which are very much essential: iron, zinc and calcium. That has increased 3 to 3.19, 4 to 4.22 and 2.36 to 2.52 milligram per 100 gram. Similarly, we have found, given an analysis for amino acid content, amino acid profile. So here I have highlighted the histidine. It is one of the essential amino acid which is required for the infants and also adults. Total 9 essential amino acid. Among that, histidine content is enhanced 25%, followed by the sulfur containing amino acid in percentage. So germination given some sort of negative impact also on the essential amino acids such as lysine, that is 9%, and and leucine is minus, that means indicate negative, that is very less percentage. This was calculated by using the HPLC graph. And based on this result, I have developed the product that is a ready-to-cook instant payasam mix, and evaluated the nutrition content in that product, and it has a higher protein, 21% in the non-germinated grain, whereas in the germinated grain it has a 17% of protein. But when I did the in vitro protein digestibility, it indicated that the grain, germinated grain which is used for the product development, has a higher IVPD value. That means in vitro protein digestibility is a more compared to the non-germinated grains. So that doesn't matter. The food contain higher protein may not be always gives that good health benefit. We have to think in a way that how much is the bioavailability of that particular nutrient. So, and this technology is already available in the University of Agriculture Sciences, Dharwad, Karnataka. And final, my conclusion is that germinated barnyard millet is a powerhouse of nutraceuticals due to enhancement of the antioxidant, phenol, minerals, and changes in the essential amino acid. So, for that, germinated rice can be used successfully in the development of convenient, ready-to-cook mix. Further, this can be used as a fasting food because this mix has only sugar and milk powder and dry fruits. It doesn't contain any other processed ingredient. That's why this can be used as a fasting food. So, and also have higher protein and higher IVPD values. Thank you, one and all. If you any query, please free to ask. Thank you.
लास्ट कन्क्लूड करू.
दुसरं हे रिसर्च बॉटनीचं घेऊन टाकू त्यांचं.
बॉट नाव तिचं नाव
फिरदोस आणि ह्यांचं फूड अँड न्यूट्रिशनचं कोणी आहे का म्हणून.
फूड अँड न्यूट्रिशन, दोज हू आर बिलॉंगिंग फ्रॉम द फूड अँड न्यूट्रिशन.
नाही, बॉटनीचे दोन आहेत, दोन घेऊन टाका बॉटनीचे. 5.5 दोन आहेत वाटते. 5.5
दो सर.
मी कन्क्लूडच करतो.
उद्या सर घ्यायच ना
सर
करा सरला बोला.
अनाउन्समेंट कर दो. एक मिनट दो सर. लास्ट PPT presentation due to the time bound. कल्चरल प्रोग्राम आहे आपला, पुन्हा मग सगळं टाईम दिसतो.
Good evening to all of you. Myself, Duve Jay Prakash Rajaram. I am pursuing my PhD at Swami Ramanand Tirth Marathwada University under the guidance of Dr. S.B. Jagtap sir. MCDA can be used at various domains like healthcare, environment management, etc. Out of that, my research is also there, that is making the decision to select the most suitable landfill site for Mahanagarpalikas. The importance is here, I think I have cleared the importance. Then what are the applications? We can use MCDA in environmental management, transportation and urban planning, healthcare decision making, supply chain and logistics. These are the most recent used, risk management, project selections, etc., etc. And the last one, waste dumping sites can be selected. So AHP, that is, it is one of the tools and methods used in MCDA. The AHP, analytical hierarchical process, toposis, techniques for order of preference, this is the second method, and many methods like promoting, then elimination and choice expressing reality, etc. Out of this, we can use the most suitable decision making for our decision making makers. Then steps, there are 10 steps which we have to follow for decision making by using MCDA. The first one is problem definition, where we have to clear cut the definition, objectives and its scope. Then criteria identification, what criteria we have to analyze, that is to be decided. Then generation of alternatives, by analyzing the criteria, we can decide alternatives, and among that alternatives, we have to weight criteria. Then assignment alternatives, then matrix constructions, we have to build the matrix constructions, aggregation scores, then sensitivity analysis, decision making, and at last post implementation. These 10 steps are very important while performing MCDA. This is the flow chart which explains this method. Then mathematical foundation is here. Decision theory, optimization, linear algebra, such mathematical foundations are there, on the basis of which we can take the decisions or make the decision. These are the decision matrices and criteria. Weighting, we have to weight the criteria, and on the basis of weights we can choose the alternatives, most suitable alternative. Then normalization method is there, the aggregation method model is there, and pairwise comparison, that is called AHP. Such methods are there. Then distance and similarity measures. Such methods are there. And the final conclusion is here. MCDA is a very important and complex decision making scenario, by using which we can analyze many or number of alternatives, and we are conclude the best solution for our problem, ensuring structures, transportation, transparent and particularly decision making, applied widely across industries for balanced decision making, supports objective prioritization, trade-offs and relational decisions. Thank you very much.
Can advocate use this MCDA?
Sure. Means क्या होता है सर इसमें? हमारे पास ज़्यादा ऑप्शंस रहते हैं, इसमें से कौन सा अच्छा वाला है?
अल्टरनेटिव्स।
हाँ, अल्टरनेटिव।
अल्टरनेटिव्स आ रही है।
4 मेथड सर।
नहीं, आप कैसा यूज करेंगे?
ऐप नहीं है सर, अभी मैं डेवलप कर टूल्स है सर। मैं जो है मैं लैंडफिल साइट सिलेक्शन के लिए यूज़ कर रहा हूँ नांदेड़ से। उसमें जो है जीआईएस के
ये जो है ना, ये इक्वल टू
जीआईएस का एरिया हम
Good evening everyone, myself Vaishali Chandrakant Pawar from Yeshwant Mahavidyalaya Nanded.
Myself Nishigandha Raut, MSc second year student from Yeshwant Mahavidyalaya Nanded.
Here we are present our research paper. Topic is called Smart Farming with Artificial Intelligence and Emerging Digital Platform. AI is a backbone in every field, as we know in today's era. So when we research on that, AI also play a very important role in agriculture also. So here I mentioned some 50 to 70% of their population, developing countries' population are depends on farming. So AI plays very important role. By using AI, we can make some devices by which farming will smart farming there happen, and work may easier and resulting in enlarged. So here we discuss artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, machine learning applications.
Introduction of smart farming. Smart farming is about using technical devices in farming. It will be converted into hard work to smart work. Some examples of smart farming: first, soil moisture sensor; second is soil pH sensor; and third is soil nutrient sensor. Some advanced sensors can even measure the levels of specific nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium in the soil.
Here mention methodology AI in agriculture. The methodology of artificial intelligence in agriculture involves various techniques and technology to optimize farming practices. So here step-by-step breakdown: data collection. AI has vast data which is converted to analyze for and decision making. There are some sources we included, that sensor and IoT devices. For example, soil moisture. It detects the soil moisture and temperature, humidity and pH level. Drones. Drones are, everyone know that drones are there clicking pictures for farming, and they are also used to watering, also farming. So it will definitely useful in smart farming, and weather stations also there.
Here's some conclusion. First is increased corporate and productivity, efficient resources management, early disease and pest detection, improved decision making, AI-driven analytics helps farmers make data-driven decisions on when to plant.
Thank you so much. This is our first time, so hope you enjoy our slides. Thank you.
Congratulations, first time.
Thank you.
Hello. Good evening, all of you, and respected sir. My name is Nikesh Dubate. My research topic सोलापूर जिल्ह्यातील प्राथमिक आरोग्य केंद्राचा प्रभाव क्षेत्राच्या वितरणाचा एक चिकित्सक अभ्यास. त्यामध्ये पहिला आहे प्रस्तावना. मी ज्या वेळेला सोलापूर जिल्ह्यामध्ये प्राथमिक विभागाचा सर्वे करत होतो त्यावेळेला मी जवळपास 7 प्राथमिक आरोग्य केंद्राचा सर्वे केलेला आहे. त्यानंतर यामध्ये सोलापूर जिल्ह्यातील जे काही प्राथमिक आरोग्य केंद्र आहेत त्यामधील मी पहिला आहे इंट्रोडक्शन. ग्रामीण भागातील आरोग्य सेवा सुविधांचा एक केंद्रबिंदू म्हणजे प्राथमिक आरोग्य केंद्र होय. खाजगी क्षेत्रातील आरोग्य सेवेचा खर्च सर्वच नागरिकांना या ठिकाणी परवडत नसल्यामुळे खाजगी सेवा नागरी वस्तीत त्या ठिकाणी केंद्रित म्हणजे वस्ती त्या ठिकाणी केंद्रित होऊ शकते. त्यानंतर आहे जगातील सर्व देशामध्ये काही जागतिक आरोग्य संघटनेच्या पुरस्कारांना त्या ठिकाणी वैद्यकीय सेवांचा त्या ठिकाणी पुनर्गठन होत आहे. इसवी सन 1978 मध्ये रशियातील अल्माटा येथे भरलेल्या प्राथमिक आरोग्य सेवेवरील जागतिक परिषद इसवी सन 2000 पर्यंत सर्वांसाठी त्या ठिकाणी लागू करण्यात आलेली होती. त्यानंतर जगातील प्रत्येक नागरिकांना त्या ठिकाणी सामाजिक किंवा आर्थिकदृष्ट्या उत्पादक आयुष्य जगण्या इतका त्या ठिकाणी आरोग्याचा दर्जा प्राप्त करून देण्यासाठी प्राथमिक आरोग्य केंद्र गव्हर्नमेंट त्या ठिकाणी उपलब्ध करून दिलेलं आहे. त्यानंतर आहे या ठिकाणी सूत्राच्या सहाय्यानुसार त्या गावातील लोकसंख्या असेल किंवा शहरी भागातील लोकसंख्या असेल त्या सूत्राच्या सहाय्याने या ठिकाणी दाखवण्यात आलेली आहे. इन्फ्लुएन्स एरिया अकॉर्डिंग टू एरिया, टोटल एरिया डिवायडेड बाय टोटल नंबर ऑफ मेडिकल सेंटर. इन्फ्लुएन्स एरिया अकॉर्डिंग टू विलेज, टोटल विलेज डिवायडेड बाय टोटल नंबर ऑफ मेडिकल सेंटर. Influence area according to population, total population divided by total number of medical center. त्यानंतर अभ्यास सोलापूर जिल्ह्यातील जे काही प्राथमिक आरोग्य केंद्र आहेत त्यामधील अभ्यास क्षेत्र या ठिकाणी घेण्यात आलेलं आहे. सोलापूर जिल्हा हा महाराष्ट्राच्या दक्षिण भागात स्थितीत आहे. सोलापूर जिल्ह्याचे भौगोलिक स्थान हे 17°10' ते 18°32' उत्तर अक्षांश तर 74°82' इतके आहे. त्यानंतर आहे पुढचा मी टेबल या ठिकाणी प्राथमिक आरोग्य केंद्राचा प्रभाव क्षेत्राचा टेबल या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला सांगणार आहे. सोलापूर जिल्ह्यामध्ये 11 तालुक्यांचा अभ्यास मी केलेला आहे. त्यापैकी 7 ग्रामीण जे काही रुग्णालय आहेत प्राथमिक आरोग्य केंद्र मी त्या ठिकाणी भेटी देऊन त्या ठिकाणी डाटा कलेक्ट केलेला आहे. ह्या टेबलामध्ये मी दाखवलेलं आहे की प्राथमिक आरोग्य केंद्र किती आहेत अकोलकोट तालुक्यामध्ये, तसेच बार्शी तालुक्यामध्ये असतील, करमाळा असतील, माढा असेल किंवा अनेक 11 तालुक्यांचा या ठिकाणी टेबलमध्ये मी दाखवण्याचा प्रयत्न केलेला आहे आणि ते करेक्ट आहे. त्यानंतर जे काही सोलापूर जिल्ह्यातील लोकसंख्येनुसार प्रभाव क्षेत्र अभ्यासला आहे त्या ठिकाणी प्राथमिक आरोग्य केंद्र असेल किंवा ग्रामीण रुग्णालय असेल किंवा जिल्हा रुग्णालय असेल या ठिकाणी मी या रिसर्च टॉपिकमध्ये मी अभ्यास केलेला आहे. ठीक आहे, थँक्यू.
Oh, sir. Thank you. All the participants presented their paper presentation over here. I thank from the organizing team. I also thank our GC member Chiranjilal Dagdiya sir for sparing his busy schedule and time here. I also thank Dr. Balaji Kompolar sir for chairing the sessions. And I also thank Mr. Ganesh Ghatole sir for handling these technical sessions for smoothly, and I also thank Dr. Vijay Kiran Narwade sir, Dr. Avinash Ghadge sir, Marathi sir, and all the organizing team members for making this event successful. Thank you. And we are having cultural program very shortly at 6 p.m. And after that dinner will be provided in the same venue, at the same venue. Thank you. Earliest as possible till 10 p.m. Okay, thank you. Unesh